Jidenna, the man who loved funerals. Part 1, The Whisper of the Spirits. The man who loved funerals. In the heart of Ezeagu, a land known for its mist-covered hills and ancient forests, there lived a man named Jidenna. He was unlike any other man in the village. While people wailed and mourned at funerals, Jidenna would stand quietly, a strange smile playing on his lips. He never shed a tear. Instead, he seemed almost happy. It was an oddity that people whispered about in hushed tones. Some called him onye ọjọọ, a man with an evil heart. Others claimed he was an Ogbuefi, one who feasted on the misfortunes of others. Yet, Jidenna was no outcast. He was a respected palm wine tapper, known for his strength and skill. His calabash always overflowed with the sweetest wine, and his laughter was as deep as the forest of Omuoha. But there was something unsettling about him, his unusual love for funerals. Whenever news of a death reached the village, Jidenna was the first to arrive, sitting among the mourners with a peaceful look on his face. He never missed a single funeral, no matter how far the journey. One day, after the burial of an elder named Okonkwo, a group of young men confronted him. "Jidenna, why do you smile at funerals?" asked Nedi, a hunter with eyes sharp as a hawk's. "Does death make you happy?" another added. Jidenna chuckled and took a sip of palm wine. "When a man dies, he does not truly leave us. He only crosses the bridge to the other side." His words did nothing to silence the growing fear. The mysterious visitor. One evening, as Jidenna sat outside his hut drinking from his calabash, an old woman approached him. Her skin was wrinkled like the bark of an iroko tree, and her eyes burned with ancient wisdom. "Jidenna," she called in a voice that sent a shiver down his spine. "I see the spirits gather around you. I see the shadows of the dead whispering in your ears. Do you not know what you are?" Jidenna frowned. "What do you mean, Mama?" The old woman leaned in, her breath heavy with the scent of bitter herbs. "You are not like other men. The dead are drawn to you. But do you know why?" A chill crept up Jidenna's spine. He had always felt a strange connection to the dead, but he had never questioned it. "Go to the shrine of his Noni, the great priestess of Ọjọọ. She will tell you what you must know." And with that, the old woman vanished into the night like mist. The journey to Ọjọọ. Jidenna did not sleep that night. The old woman's words clung to his mind like a stubborn spirit. By dawn, he had made up his mind. He packed his opai, tapping knife, a god of palm wine, and set off for Ọjọọ, the hidden shrine deep in the forest of Ezeagu. The path was treacherous, winding through ancient trees that whispered secrets in the wind. Strange sounds echoed from the shadows, crickets that spoke in voices, birds that laughed like men. After what felt like hours, he arrived at a clearing where an enormous cotton tree stood. At its base sat his Noni, the priestess. Her body was covered in woolly markings, her eyes white as the moon. "You have come," she said, her voice echoing as if spoken by many. Jidenna knelt. "Great priestess, I seek the truth. Who am I?" His Noni stared at him for a long moment. Then she spoke. "You are the keeper of the bridge, Jidenna. The one who walks between the living and the dead. You do not just attend funerals, you guide souls to the other side." Jidenna's breath caught in his throat. That is why you feel joy at funerals. Because you know that the dead do not suffer. You smile because you see them cross into the afterlife in peace. Jidenna's heart pounded. He had always known he was different. But to hear it spoken aloud made it real. The curse of the unburied dead. But there is something else, onye continued, her expression darkening. A great danger approaches. A soul that refuses to cross. An evil that lingers where it should not. Jidenna's skin prickled. What must I do? The priestess took a deep breath. 3 nights from now, a great man will die. But his soul will not find rest. You must be there to guide him, or darkness will descend upon Ezeagu. Jidenna swallowed hard. Who is this man? He asked. The priestess closed her eyes. The wind howled through the trees. Then she whispered. The one who dies will be someone you love. A cold dread settled in Jidenna's heart. He had always accepted death. But for the first time, he felt fear. A death too close. 3 days passed like a terrible dream. Jidenna barely ate, barely slept. He watched the people of the village, wondering who it would be. Then, on the 3rd night, the news came. His uncle, Dyke, the man who had raised him, had collapsed in the marketplace. He was dead. Jidenna's heart twisted in his chest. He had guided so many souls. But this was different. That night, as the village gathered for the wake-keeping, Jidenna sat apart from the mourners, watching the flickering flames. Then he felt it. A cold presence. A whisper in the wind. And then he saw him. Standing at the edge of the gathering, hidden in the shadows, was Dyke's spirit. But something was wrong. His eyes glowed red, and his face was twisted in a snarl. He was not crossing over. He was trapped. And something dark was holding him back. Jidenna knew then that his true test had begun. To be continued in part 2.